Welcome to Frequency Matters, the R for Microwave Update series. I'm Pat Hindle, and today I'm talking with Chin Doan and Jean-Marc Laurent, inventors of Millibox. Welcome, guys.
Hey, thanks, Patrick. Hi, Patrick.
So Millibox has a millimeter wave antenna test system, and that consists of an anechoic chamber and a 3D positioner for the antenna. So it provides radiation patterns and other key OTA measurements. And you have a very unique, low-cost approach to millimeter wave antenna test. Can you tell us why you started the company?
Sure. So Jean-Marc and I, we've been working on millimeter wave IC design since 2005. And at the time, we really found that there's nothing that really met our needs to test our chips, antennas, and systems. So we really had to develop our own setup to test over the air. And that's kind of how Millibox came to be. So, when we worked with some of our partners, we ended up kind of boiling it down to three defining pillars for our Millibox product. The three main ones are modularity, flexibility, and affordability. And so modularity is really key because we know that one size box doesn't fit all. Requirements change all the time. So people want to have different abilities to change their setup. Flexibility is important because different customers, they want to use their own test equipment. They want their software environment to be a very specific way, and so on and so forth. So we wanted to have it so that our system is flexible enough to be able to work with anybody's setup. And finally, affordability. The model where we used to have sort of one big chamber that in order to test your millimeter wave setup, we think is outdated, and we really want to have it where it's affordable enough that everybody can have access to one.
So you really lived the pain, so you knew what to do for the solution.
Absolutely, yeah. We really refined it and improved it over the years. Over these 20 years that we've been working on it. To what it's come to today, it's really improved.
So what are the main applications customers are using these systems for, and what kind of results are they getting?
Yeah, so our main the main driving application for Millibox, of course, everything going around 5G, 5G and all the derivatives in datacom and satcom. We have also a growing number of customers in the space of millimeter wave radar. Whether it's for automotive at 77, but also consumer at 60. And some of the defense program and an application of millimeter wave radar. So there is also a strong market and use of Millibox, a very strong pool with education, academia, and research. We have a lot of universities using our product. Based on what Chin said, the modularity, flexibility, that brings a lot of educational value for new engineers. And there are more and more programs around the world looking at millimeter wave expansion. So that's a strong market for us. At the end, our customers, they use Millibox for over-the-air, design validation, performance characterization, and so forth, getting metric over the air, which validate what they found in simulation. That's the main application for Millibox. What we are looking for, looking ahead, we are looking at 6G and sub-Tera. We are seeing 3D printed millimeter wave antennas and meta surfaces. That's something that we think that Millibox in the coming years can bring a lot of values.
So you have some collaborations going with companies like Anritsu, Copper Mountain, and mmWave. Can you tell us about those?
Yeah, so we have multiple collaborations going on. Those are just a few of the ones that we have that we've announced. So we're a small company. We like to work with other companies, big and small, that kind of share our vision of really making millimeter wave accessible and easy to use and test. So some of these companies, we've used their products and we like them, and they use Millibox and they like it as well. So we like to sort of co-promote the two systems and really show how to integrate some of these other products into along with Millibox in order to really show with our
open framework to how easy it is to use these products together and provide a more complete solution for our customers. So we have other collaborations going on. Some of those will be announced at IMS 2023 in San Diego later this year.
Great. We look forward to seeing you there. And so you mentioned that your product line has expanded. You have different size chambers, different positioners. How do customers determine what they need for their application?
Yeah, that's a great question, because that's true that now we have like 7 different sizes of chambers. We have like a dozen flavors of positioners and many accessories. So it becomes difficult for customers to navigate through that. So that's why we just launched for 2023. We launched our web application called Build Your Millibox. You know, it's kind of an application where you plug in your numbers, you know, frequency and DUT size and application, like whether it's radar, datacom, and so forth. And the web application, based on that, makes the best recommendation of what would be the some of the best fit along our portfolio of combination of a chamber and positioner and some accessories that you may need. Based on that, you can make a request for quote, and we'll reply with a quotation right away that indicates what kind of at least what we want through that web app is to start the conversation, you know, and start a dialogue with the customer to find what their application is and how they should go about selecting what the best Millibox setup they could have.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty simple application to use. Let's take a look at it.
So when you go to our website, millibox.org, then you have a tab that points to buildyourmillibox.com, and that's the web application that I was talking to you about. So on the left, you describe your application. Let's do an example. For example, you're at 28 gigahertz running 5G, and your antenna size is 8 centimeters. That calculates your far field, and the far field is dictating which chamber is going to be needed. You see that here we selected an MBX. The tool selected an MBX 3, and after that you describe your DUT size. Let's say it's 18 centimeters, and your DUT weight is less than 1 kilo, and that direct us to a gimbal 4-30 positioner. So that's how the tool is giving you options, selection. In this case, here you have a long list of other products that you could use, maybe are bigger, less optimized, and so forth. And then, but the one presented is the one that most closely attached to your requirement. And then you have another tab where you have an accessory selection, you know, like horn mounts and some other DUT mounts and so forth that you can also add to your project. And then on the right side, then you have kind of your shopping list, right? And then on the bottom, you can press the button and quote this configuration. That's as simple as that. You know, you make a simple input about your project, and the tool is giving you what it recommends. As I said, it's a great way to just bring the conversation about your project, and also for the customer to see the breadth of all the options that are available with Millibox, and ask question. Also, you could ask for a private demo as you send a request for quote. So that's a great way of leading customer to a perfect configuration.
Well, great. That's quick and easy to use, so everybody should check it out at Millibox. Thanks, John, Mark, and Chin, for talking with me today about the Millibox and its advantages to engineers doing millimeter wave measurements. To our audience, you can find more videos at videos.microwavejournal.com. Thanks for watching.